Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kami dari kelompok 2 yang terdiri dari Rijal, Bal, dan saya, Nuruda, ingin mempresentasikan hasil dari resum kami. Yang pertama, A. The Constitution is dead. By Western standard, China Constitution is a dead letter contrary to a living constitution, which virtual grows as it is applied and adapted to a changing social reality. China's constitution lacks a meaningful mechanism for implementation and is left unguarded against official violence. It declares a long list of good ideals without the capacity to fulfill any. One can easily find unfulfilled promise and positive violence of the stated constitutional norms in daily life. To use Giovanni Sartori terms, it is simply a facade which seems to be useful if at all only for improving the government image. When it comes to the implementation stage, when laws or regulations are to be given true meaning and impact, matters take a radically different turn, because implementation would trigger pervasive conflict of interest. Just compensation to the people mean a reduction in government revenues and personal gains for officials. Taking elections serious means not only that the current representative will risk losing their position and that elected representatives will exert greater effort in checking official corruption and abuse of power, but also that the superior cadres will lose control over the appointment process and sources of personal profit that come with it, and even merely enhancing judicial capacity as apparently required by the constitutional amendment on governing the state according to law Yivaziguo and establishing a socialist state according to the rule of law as amended in 1000 and will often the statute whose effective resource to the law will tend natural to circumscribe the discretion of officials at various levels and reduce opportunities for exacting bribes. It is perhaps fair to say that the framer of this law never meant that they should be seriously enforced, but rather will keep them as perpetually harmless decoration with which to make the regime look good. An enlightened regime with reasonable forensic Soult realized that the serious enforcement of constitutional or legal norms and the availability of of, of institutional checks against official misconduct would be beneficial to its own interests in the long run, chief by reducing social strife and maintaining political stability. This is precisely the point that Confucius used repeatedly to persuade the emperor and king to practice humanity and righteousness. Yet this slightly more sophisticated version of rationalist argument is likely to fail for several reasons. First, the limited success of Confucian tenets themselves illustrate that this.
B. The rise of the first constitutional case as a surplus. The case of He Yuling Shen Xiaoxi et al. Has now become a desolate milestone in the constitutional history of China. He passed the professional examination for entrance to a specialist profession and was admitted by Jennings Commercial School. Her admission letter was stolen by her classmate Ken, who then studied under her name and went on to get a decent job in a bank upon graduation. He found, he found out the whole plot only 10 years later, during which time she suffered hardship in finding good job owing to her lack of technical education. After she broke the legation, the middle court of Shangdao province, the Shandong Higgs Court for judicial interpretation, the SPC held that the plaintiff basic right to education of as provided by the Constitution was violated. This was the first case in which the SPC explicitly set off a constitutional provision as the legal ground for judicial decision or interpretation. The Shandong High Court went on to order the defendants to pay yuan for the loss that he suffered from the infringement of her constitutional right of education. The decision often highlighted as China's first constitutional case since it formally judicialized the constitutional for the first time in the legal community by surprise and generated a large body of academic literature debating the property of constitutional judicialization. C. The emergence of populist constitutionalism, the Sun Zhigang incident and its legacy. The judicial innovation illustrated in the He Yuling case is representative of the official effort to improve institutional performance or to correct official wrongs. However, such efforts are few and far between, and without popular support, they usually die out. with little substance impacts. Still, this does not mean that China has failed to achieve any constitutional progress during the last 3 decades. The first in this line of incident is the Sun Yikeng tragedy that took place 2 years after the He Yulin case. Unlike the latter, the Sun Yikeng situation not only sustains its own social impacts but also creates a reciprocity of populist scenarios referencing the same pattern of interaction between the people, the medics, and the central and local governments. The sequence of events constitute what's become known as the Sun Yikeng model, which will continue to develop and repeat itself indefinitely for as long as the basic power structure and the prevailing mode of political interaction remain unchanged.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Muhammad Rizal Asnaf Fatoni. Saya akan melanjutkan presentasi dari teman saya. Point D. The limit of the Sun Yikeng model and beyond. Despite the demands of constitutional activism on part of the judiciary represented by the He Yulin case 2001, China's constitutional progress continued along the populist line initiated by the Sun Yikeng incident 2003. From Sun Yikeng to the Tang Fusion incident 2009, China's constitutionalism is moving forward at an extremely slow, difficult pace. Despite my overall positive evolution, it remains to be seen whether the spirit of the Sun Yikeng and its popular impact will continue to fall initiatives for constitutional reform eventually according to root the tragedies caused by the unjust action of institutions. 1. Limitation of the Sun Yikeng model. Even if the Sun Yikeng model continues to operate in a social environment with limited freedom of speech, press it still refers from several serious limitations. First, the cost of constitutional development has been extremely high. It usually takes the sacrifice of human life in order to urge enough public answer, creating Sun Yikeng social impact to move to central government to take any action. Institutional reform. Second, they usually have high uncertain conditional the convoluted way that the Sun Yikeng model works. First, there has to be a sufficient social impact, which admittedly is not too difficult to find, given that the problematic nature existing institutional framework creates many such cases on a daily basis and with respect to a variety of facts. Next, the facts of the incident must be disseminated with the contact of a regulated media environment and produce broad impact on public conscience. 2. Beyond Sun Yikeng. The major defect of the Sun Yikeng model is apparent in the fact that the general public plays a passive, then an activist role, giving its approval of disapproval to certain events, as this areas and which typically a grave concern such as housing, even if the public reaction has made a difference and successes in project central government to make correct action. The post facto correctors inevitably come to light that the improving the institutional capacity of the regime to prevent abuse of power. The Sanzika model in a provides only a trigger for initiating a remedial process. E. Conclusions. The future of popular constitutionalism. Chinese constitutional experience celebrates Larry Kramer's regarding popular constitution, says it then constitutions would not come out of a constitution if the people do not participate actively in its making and enforcement. Madison points out the people themselves are the best keeper of their own liberty. However, the case of China also illustrates the limitation in the popular constitutionalism argument. Normatively, the people are the ultimate authority from which the government derives its power, which are to be exclusively people interests. The failure to do so is explained by false lying somewhere in the constitutional framework through which people participate in government. Culture in constitutionalism, China needs a set of institutional arrangements that hold its responsible to the citizen so that it will faithfully enforce the constitution and law. Even more important, it needs active who are nature and courageous enough to demand their outright through these institutions. Sekian presentasi dari kelompok kami. Jika ada salah kata, kami mohon maaf. Akhirnya, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.